This mask design is a proper medical mask design that hugs the face when you breathe in. Now, first of all, we need to have a bit of a word about materials. Mask designs like this are usually 3 layers. There's an outer layer, an inner layer or filter layer, and a comfort layer that's against the face. Now, for the outer layer, you ideally want something that's a bit water resistant. So an ideal thing is if you've got an old breathable jacket you no longer use, then you can use the fabric from the outside of that. And of course you can make it any design that you actually want in terms of the colour and the pattern on it. It's not absolutely essential that it's water resistant, just any close weave material that isn't going to fall apart. Now you've got the inner layers. This is the filter layer, and this is quite critical. You can use things like felt, you can use velvet, you can use base type materials. If you don't want it to be water washable, you can also always use a coffee filter. The inner layer is all about comfort. This is the layer that sits against your face, and I've always found the ideal thing for that is t-shirt material, with the furry soft side obviously against your face. So let's get on to looking at the design. Now I've got several pictures of the mask that this is based on, which is an antiviral mask, and as you can see I've put it on a 1 centimetre grid, so it's quite easy to copy. Alternatively, you can pause the video, take a screenshot, blow it up to the correct size. I've given you the dimensions, and just use that to cut around. So let's have a look at how this all works. So the first thing you need to do is to actually cut out the pattern. Now I've given you here a drawing of the pattern, and it should be relatively easy for you to reproduce this. It's on a 1 centimetre square. The overall dimensions are given, so you can scale it if you need to. Then you need to take each layer of your mask and fold it so that you've got a piece that's double the size of this pattern. Pin your pattern to it, or push it down, or whatever you want to do, and cut around it, being careful not to cut along the fold. And as you can see from the sketch, that will then produce an opened out piece that's the actual size and shape that you need, although you've only drawn out half the size of the mask from the pattern. The next thing to do is to find some 1/8 of an inch foam and to glue it inside the nose areas as is shown in stage 2. Then you need to put the layers together and stitch around the edges to stop it all from coming apart. You could glue it, but it's going to end up looking pretty messy if you do. And we all want to wander around in public wearing a nice mask, don't we? So as I say, don't at this stage stitch along the seam, which is on the bottom right of the drawing, that curved area. Now you fold the mask, having done that, and you actually stitch the seam on the outside of the mask. Then finally you attach 2 16 centimetre elastic loops, or 4 12 centimetre ties in the 2 places shown. You've then got your mask, no problem. One thing I would suggest doing before you go to the trouble of cutting it all out and all the rest of it is to actually put your layers of material together and try and breathe through it. Now don't be discouraged if this is a bit difficult, because in the actual mask you've got about 3 times the area to breathe through than you can actually get when you press your mouth over the material. So long as you can breathe through it at all, it'll probably work fine. The next thing to do is to wear your mask and test it. If it's working properly, what should actually happen is as you breathe in, you should be able to feel the mask hugging tighter to your face. And there you go. What you've done is you've produced a mask that's actually superior to many of the ones out there that you can buy at the moment. And if you want to make it antiviral, another little trick you can do is to make some copper powder, which you can do by filing a piece of copper or sanding it or dremeling it or whatever, and take some normal craft adhesive, the white stuff that you buy from any shop, you've probably got some in your house anyway, dilute it about 10:1 with water, paint your filter material with it on both sides, and sprinkle the copper powder all over, then allow it to dry. Copper is an exceptionally potent antiviral and antibacterial coating. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you've liked it. If you do, please share it and of course subscribe. Thank you very much.